you were born the wrong color in the wrong part of town, you love the wrong way, you will always be less than, always, and somebody's got to come get you because you're less than. Oh, you did this when you were a kid. Oh, you did this 15 years ago. Oh, you sent this tweet because you didn't understand that this was hurtful. You're done.
Mm.
As a society, we are finished with you. And so I think you have to pull your headphones out because that's the cultural air we breathe. And you have to get around other people, sometimes just one or two. And you have to look in the mirror. You have to put both hands on the sink and you have to look into the mirror and say the words, I'm not the worst thing I've ever done. And if I go through my trauma history, there's probably a context there. I'm not the worst thing I've ever done. I'm not the worst thing that ever happened to me. And I am worth being loved. You might, because of what you did, have to reconcile that behind bars for the rest of your life.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Your wife might still leave you if you cheated on her. Your kids, if you were abusive, they may for years and years and years and years not find you a safe person to be around. Okay. Every time I've sat with somebody, Ian, over the years, no matter how hard it is, a child passed away, marginalization, racism, poverty, whatever the issue is, we almost always land on this same question. So what are you going to do now? And what we know about psychology and what we know about theology and what we know about the human mind is you can't flog it. You can't beat it down. You can't shame it into action. You just shut it down and you force people to fight you. And I'm done with that world. I'm done with that world, man. You have to believe, even if you're faking it till you make it at the beginning, I'm worth being loved. And I've got to find a path back to becoming lovable. I am worth a peaceful life. It took me and my wife 15 years to pay off our debts. 15 years. We dug ourselves quite the hole. And by we, I mean mostly me. Dug ourselves an impressive hole. It took 15 years, decade and a half. It was not a quick trip. But she was worth it. I am too. And now I decide what I'm going to do tomorrow, not the bank, right? That's a different proposition. Sometimes it takes 15 years. Sometimes you're going to be reconciling with what you did for the rest of your life. So be it. And you're still worth being loved. The people who have hurt me in my life, some of them, I will never talk about it publicly. They're worth being loved. They did some pretty rough stuff. But them living in a life of misery. You know, you might edit this out, and so that's fine if you do. I remember the woman, and her name escapes me, and I'm so sorry. She was the woman who sent the first Me Too tweet, the very first one that said Me Too, and kind of launched that whole movement, the sexual assault movement here in the States. The not the sexual assault movement, but the Me Too movement. That happened to me too, and that happened to me too, and these
Yeah.
just countless women coming forward and saying what happened. And then one of the famous guys, I think it was the head of the film studio, was arrested for something.
Harvey Weinstein, was it?
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein. That's right.
Mm.
And I listened to an interview with her, and it was really profound because she said, Burke, Tarana Burke, yes, really, really brave person. Tarana Burke hit the first tweet that said "Me Too," hashtag Me Too. Whenever Harvey Weinstein went to jail, she said that her account got blown up with, "Hooray! Finally, I hope he gets raped in jail too. I hope he gets what's coming to him." And she said, people don't get it. I want there to be no more assault. That's what I'm here for. Not for everyone to get theirs. I want this to stop. People to stop treating themselves this way. Stop treating other people this way. That's the goal. Not retribution and revenge and war. It is stop.